Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Bitcoin Sage Show. I'm your host, Patrick, and it is January 5th, around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just wanted to welcome everyone to the show and make sure that you have a chance. Go to bitcoinsage.com or follow me on Twitter at BitcoinSage. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you get the book Crypto Assets from Amazon. It's a fantastic book, and I'm recommending it to everybody. Let's see if I can pull it up here as well. I think I have it right here on our site. I changed around our Getting Started guide. So under Getting Started, you'll see it right here, Crypto Assets. Fantastic book on Amazon. You'll love it. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best books out there for learning about crypto assets. Now let's jump right into the very first thing. So my very first post yesterday was about Ripple and how to best explain it. I think I kind of summed it up well as Ripple is the AOL disk of the cryptocurrency industry. Buyers beware. Just because you see it everywhere, it doesn't mean it has value. And then this gentleman here, I don't even know how to say his name, Girevik on Twitter, was XRP explained for Bitcoiners. Imagine Satoshi pre-mined all 21 million Bitcoins, kept 13 million for himself, and only allowed himself and a few friends to validate those transactions. I thought that was a really nice, simple way of explaining that. Next, I've got a great article here from 2-Bit Idiot, one of the founding members of CoinDesk and a bunch of amazing startups. Must follow him on Twitter if you aren't already. And he wrote an amazing blog post that will give you, I think, some of the best insights you can get for 2018. It's called 95 Crypto Thesis for 2018. I highly recommend it. Another great tweet here by Nate Murray. He's on Twitter at EIGENJOY. And he did this great little graphic of the top 100 coins and a short 1 or 2 word version of what it is. So like Bitcoin, they have digital gold. Ethereum, programmable contracts and money. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Clone. Ripple, Enterprise Payments Settlement Network. Litecoin, Faster Bitcoin. All of these type of explanations. Highly recommend that. I'll include that in the description as well. The rise of the Bitcoin competitor. Ripple creates a wealth to rival Zuckerberg. This was something that was going around yesterday. We talked about it as well. Jumps to my next article. It says, crypto benefactors of liberty are rising up. I think that kind of ties in with this, and I think it's quite the opposite. I think a lot of crypto wealth is hiding and avoiding, jumping out and being in the limelight. I mean, you look at the Winklevoss brothers and how well they've done, and you don't see them on the cover of any magazines or being interviewed publicly everywhere. I think crypto wealth is hiding. I think it's not being jumping out there, especially when you start seeing people being taken by gunpoint and held for ransom for those types of things. Because Bitcoin is so easily transferable around the world, it makes you much more of a target than if someone had to come to your house, break into your safe, steal all your money, get to the airport, and then fly out of the country with, 10 or $100 million or more. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Good article here. Bloomberg saying you'd be crazy to actually spend your Bitcoin. I totally agree with that. Next report here is China isn't shutting down Bitcoin miners. As discussed yesterday, there's a lot more opportunity for China to basically figure out a system that benefits them the most. And what they really want to crack down is the individual provinces within the country that are making deals that are really not fair. And for example, was the cheap hydroelectricity created by some hydroelectric dam in the middle of Nepal or Tibet. And that, because of the electricity and the cool temperatures, that there was a great incentive for crypto mining in that specific area, and they wanted to figure out a way to control that a little bit better. So another one was Coinbase squashes exchange listing rumors. Rumors were amazingly rampant. I mean, I was amazed over the last week how many people were messaging me, and I was answering questions on Quora as well, in regards to what's the next currency, will Ripple be added, how do we find this out, and I think that also worked into Ripple's, FOMO. Last one, another tiny digital currency joins the leaps into the top 10 cryptocurrencies. And that is my good friend, Stellar Lumens, I believe. Well, that's Ripple. And then Stellar is another one that's been coming up as well. Yep, this article is about Ripple. Sorry, I got excited about Stellar coming up into that top 10. What I really want to talk about is Bitcoin. And it just blew past, just recently in the last few hours, blew past 15,400 level. And this is exactly what we needed. And it seems to be happening around that same time period. No, actually it doesn't. So last night, I think it was around 2 to 3 a.m. on the chart here, we saw a huge pickup. And this was the big move as soon as it blew through 15,400. And now we've settled around 16,000 level, and we're looking for the next level of resistance around 16,500. So conversely, everything seems to have fallen apart just around that exact same time. So every chart basically around 3 o'clock started to fall apart. Bitcoin Cash, not so much here. Dash did fall apart dramatically, as did pretty much everything over the last little bit here. Let's jump to Ethereum as well around 3 a.m. And near a double top for Ethereum, and it crashed down to where it is right now. So big pullback from 0.07 all the way down to 0.06. So a huge move there. Let's see if Ethereum's able to recover on that one. IOTA as well, like everything has fallen apart, but it's bouncing off of some resistance. We'll see if it can hold that up. I don't have a lot of hope because Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish, so I don't have a lot of hope for the altcoins at this point. Litecoin is looking very bad. Neo had a nice strong pullback as well, so we'll see again if this will hold up, if it's trying to bounce back off of this resistance line. So we'll see in the next little bit what happens. But this is a very important next few hours as we see how Bitcoin trades and how the altcoins will trade in respect. Another one here, Monero dropping apart exactly at 3 o'clock. At least it's found some stability and isn't falling through the floor. XRP is finally breaking down. This one was something that a lot of people were looking for and hoping for. And, that 3 a.m. breakdown really did help them. Kind of roll over one more time. We found some stability here at 16,000. So our top was 23,000 almost, 22,900 on Ripple. So quite a big move there if you were able to catch that on BitMEX and short that on the way down. I know a lot of good traders that were able to do that. I'm out of Ripple at this point, so I'm looking for recovery back to 13,000 before I entertain it again, unless we see another big move. But I think at this time, now that Bitcoin is really making some big moves up, that we should see the altcoins continuing to fall apart. Neem as well has fallen apart and continued to fall apart from its highs. And then I think that's it for today, guys. At this point, I would say let's watch Bitcoin as your gauge. But that break over 15,400 was the signal to watch your altcoin positions very severely. And if you have, the need to sell, then that was the time. Once we get past that point, we need to see what the follow through is. It seems pretty good today. I'm pretty excited actually to see that Bitcoin's revving its engines and getting started, and it looks like there's some buying coming in and some nice big green candles. So let's see if that follows through for the rest of today, or whether this if Bitcoin gets a bit of a breather and gives us a chance to recover on some of these alts. And again, I'm not sure if that's going to be a reason to catch a bounce and get out. But at this point, or watching Bitcoin and hoping for some exciting stuff. I'm going to be covering some securing your profits and also securing your computer on the next podcast and on the videos on our YouTube channel. So make sure you visit bitcoinsage.com and make sure you keep securing your profits every day. So important in this industry. Things change so quickly that those profits are something you want to have secured with stop limits, and depending on your aggressiveness and your risk portfolio, make sure you're securing as much as you can. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.